Hello there, wrestling fans. This is a very special podcast. We're just going to discuss about wrestling discussions, what's going on. Okay, first thing on the agenda, go ahead, Tony, and discuss it first.
Okay, first thing to talk about here is the TNA ratings as of late. So let me read this. So last week's episode of Impact garnered a 0.99 rating and averaged 1.23 million viewers. The numbers were essentially even with last week's taped episode, which scored a 0.98 rating and averaged 1.268 million viewers. PW Torch noted that it was the first time this year that the show has done less than a 1.0 rating for 3 weeks in a row. You can get more demographics info on WrestlingInc.com.
Well, from my point of view, I don't watch TNA as much, so is that good ratings or bad ratings, Tony?
Personally, I watch TNA, but yeah, the ratings here, nah. WWE's, it seems like TNA's are in a way, sometimes they turn out better than WWE's, but it's been noted before, but this is bad ratings right here.
Oh wow! Now, why did they make a big deal about ratings? Was it always a bad? Did they always make a big deal about ratings back in the day? Also?
No, they did not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that because I don't really give a shit about the ratings.
But the thing about it is TNA shouldn't be bitching about the ratings when they tape half their shows.
Correct. Maybe that's why the ratings just suck ass because it's taped. Now, if they're live, it'd be a different ball game.
Exactly.
Okay, another thing on the agenda. Go ahead, Tony, and I'll jump on the conversation like we usually do.
Okay. Word around the locker room of WWE or the creative team is that the WWE wants The Rock to work Hell in a Cell just because it's in his hometown of Miami. So I don't know if what kind of what would you say role he'll play, either wrestling a match or just to come out and cut a promo for the crowd, get a pop from them seeing it's in his hometown. But I'm very interested to see where they're going to go with this. Apparently WWE and The Rock are kind of on some bad terms as of right now, but apparently from what I've read over a period of time they'll get those terms straightened out, and they'll be back on you'll be on a good note again. So we'll have to see where this is going to go. It's kind of interesting to see Rock on a pay-per-view besides, like a big pay-per-view, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I totally agree. Now, the original idea was, I guess he posted a phase or go on Extreme Rules. Is that correct, or was that a rumor, Tony?
He was supposed to wrestle Extreme Rules, but he got injured. Well, he was injured already by doing movies and shit, probably, but they just went with the storyline of him getting injured and Cena, the match with Cena. But he was supposed to work Extreme Rules against Cena for the belt, but that did not go. The Rock was surprised because he wasn't expecting to work Extreme Rules. WWE brought the idea up to him, I guess, pretty late, and he wasn't down for that idea. So yeah.
I guess the rumors, everyone's talking about, oh, The Rock's going to be at Extreme Rules. It was just rumors, The Rock didn't say it out of his mouth, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But, it would have kind of, here's what I'm still wondering. God, something that's really weird, though, is hopefully we do not, where this is going to go, though, seeing that Rock is still inclined to have a rematch for the belt, I'm thinking they're going to do another match between him and Cena at Mania. Don't do it, WWE, please.
Yeah, because actually, you're right. The Rock deserves a rematch, doesn't he?
Yeah, they even said that Rock is gonna get, Rock does indeed get his rematch clause. He has a rematch clause.
Does that mean The Rock's gonna win the belt back, or
I really don't know. We'll have to find out, won't we?
Because when The Rock had a belt for 3 months, he didn't eject shit. He was never on Raw or nothing, so it's just like a waste of time, wasn't it?
Yeah, The Rock's latest run here was pretty bad, in my opinion. I mean, he was I know he was doing, what do you call it? He was doing, greetings with the fans and everything and promoting his movies at the time, but think about it. He missed, 3 weeks of Raw, 2 weeks of Raw before, that month that we had left for Mania. He missed like 2 weeks out of 2 weeks of Raw, when he could have just been like, promote like, hyping up the match between him and Cena more. But he was kind of too busy promoting his movie, so that he was doing his own thing. But his latest run was not the best. He had better runs, but I guess what do you expect for an older star,
True, and what I mentioned before, it's not his fault. It's the fucking writers, because they want The Rock to become the champion in the last run. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah. And I'm thinking they're gonna do I know this is off topic and all, but seeing we're talking about like last runs and all this, I'm thinking Taker might get another run, down the road, like if he's still wrestling. I don't know.
I'd like to see that. I prefer him over to John Cena any day of the week.
Agreed.
Okay, another thing on the agenda. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, it's reported that WWE has a rumor, but it seems like they kind of have a good idea on what they're gonna do. That it's in stone maybe here that Paul Bearer will be the first inductee for the 2014 Hall of Fame, like the first one announced. Probably if they do go through with it, it'll probably be announced, early next year or something, like they do every single year where they induct like the main guy of the Hall of Fame. I'm saying this because Paul Bearer would be the main guy of the class, because what are you gonna expect from the guy? I mean, he was a great manager for all the greats out there, Taker, Kane, Mankind, Vader, a bunch of other guys. But I'm thinking he would be the what do you call it, the head of the class and all that. So it would make sense to me. Unless Macho Man or somebody like that, then they'll probably be the head of class. But I do want to see Paul Bearer. He should have been inducted a long time ago. He's way overdue, but he's passed away. He's gone now and all. So it's kind of, in a way, it kind of ruins it, because it'd been great for him to see, just see his reaction being inducted and all that by Undertaker possibly, but we can't really see it now because he's gone.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's the same thing for Macho Man. They wait until he passed away, and now they can't do nothing because they want the whole family in the Hall of Fame. Is that why now?
Yes.
Dumb. WWE and the Macho Man family, please make an agreement. We want to see Macho Man in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we want to see Macho Man, Paul Bearer, Owen Hart.
Oh yeah, you know what? Another guy I think he's deserving Hall of Fame. He came a long way. Is Jake the Snake Roberts.
What about Scott Hall?
Hey yo. Well,
Go ahead.
Well, so far he's doing pretty good with the DDP, right?
Yeah, Scott Hall recently just lost 30 pounds. There's a picture of him online with his son. He's doing like a pose with his son. That's great.
Oh, that's great. I don't know if he should be in the Hall of Fame. I know Nash should be in the Hall of Fame. Definitely.
Yeah, I want to see like an NWO, like the main NWO guys, not Hogan, but because he's in TNA and all, and he's already been inducted. But I want to see guys like Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. Who else? Who else do we have? Who else was like in the NWO kind of that would be in the Hall of Fame? You'd like to see in the Hall of Fame? Like who else was there?
Remember Big Show? Big Show was in NWO.
Big Show, Booker T, but he's already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, true.
But I would like to see, maybe actually I'll take that back. Just call on Nash. I know they were outsiders in WCW, but they could just consider that Hall and Nash like the main guys of the NWO besides Hogan. But I think they'll write that off the script, being saying Hogan. But I would like to see an NWO induction into the Hall of Fame. I don't know, maybe a Lex Luger induction.
That'd be cool, but we'll find out what's gonna happen in 2014 Hall of Fame class.
Yeah, maybe even Vader. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Vader, I don't know if you agree with this, Tony. Don't you think WWE should make a documentary on his wrestling career?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see like him, like his matches from WCW, like the early days, like AWA. I think he wrestled, and like maybe I'm thinking. When he first came into WWF and all that, I like to see matches like that, and like a documentary, that'd kind of be cool.
Yeah, but doesn't he and WWE's got agreed to it?
I really don't know.
I think so. Speaking of Vader, I don't know if you know this, but he made a small appearance on a hit TV show called Boy Meets World back in the day.
I did not know that.
Well, look it up on YouTube. It's a great show. Yes, it is. Okay.
I heard of the show, but I didn't know he was on one of an episode.
Yes, yep. Okay, another thing on the agenda. Go ahead, Tony.
Two possible names for Taker to face Taker at Mania next year is Cena, which has been rumored and talked about for a while now, and Ryback. Well, if I had to choose, if one of these, it's gonna be one of these two. I'd rather see Cena, just because I'd want to see Taker whoop his ass. Ryback and Taker, I don't think would really be a good match in my opinion. I don't know. It wouldn't really I wouldn't really care to see it. But Cena versus Taker, they've had some pretty good, I guess you could say, matches back in the day, and Vengeance on a SmackDown as well. So I would like to, I'd like to see them at Mania, just like I said before, just for Taker to obviously squash Cena. That'd be epic.
Well, the match from '04 was very, very electrifying. I think it was good, from my point of view. It was good.
Yeah, exactly. It was good. And then, it was when Cena, was a young guy, young star and all that shit, just getting into the business and all that, like getting into WWE, like when he first time he debuted. And, so I'd like to see how they could work a match.
And another thing is, I heard a lot of people, not just us, not that people, we don't know the people, but they said they don't want to see this match, Cena versus Taker at Mania 30, because number one, Cena cannot wrestle, and another thing is Taker is gonna wipe the floor on John Cena's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, I agree with you. That's why I want to see this match, just to see Cena get buried for one. I mean, Cena's been buried plenty of times in the past before, but I just want to see him be buried by a guy like Taker. That's just, it's just something. It'd be something that Cena, obviously. They WWE can't help them. They got to go with Taker winning this match because that's just the way it is. And I just want to see it. I don't like Cena. I hate the guy. So I want to see this shit go down and Cena get his ass whooped and be on Undertaker's streak. That's something I want to see happen. I want shit to go down.
I don't think that's never gonna happen. I really think. I mean, I like how John Cena helps the kids out, Make-A-Wish Foundation, outside the ring, but inside the ring, he sucks ass. That's just my point of view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you. This is just me asking you this, but in a way, do you think he uses these kids just to get popular and all that?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I just kind of see it that way. That's just my opinion or whatever. But if anybody out there wants to disagree, that's cool because that's your opinion. But I mean, if anybody, it's just the way I see it. It just seems like to me he uses the kids that are sick. There's a lot of people out there that kind of agree with me. I've seen that that are out there that said this before, and I kind of agree with them and all this. The way I see it going down, to me it seems like he uses these kids. But that's my opinion. So haters gonna hate if anybody wants to say anything about it.
Okay. Another thing on the agenda. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, what other topics were there to talk about, right? I can't remember.
Let me see here. Do we get them all?
I think there was. I got one. It just popped on top of my head. Popped into my head.
Okay. Go ahead.
Apparently, Triple H versus Lesnar in a cage was going to take place either way. Even if the Rock was Extreme Rules and Punk was there, this match was going to take place. What am I saying? I take that back. I botched it. Whatever. Let me say it again. Even if Punk was still he wasn't injured or what and taking time off, they were still going to eventually go with this match down the road. Apparently, they said apparently this match was originally going to take place at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Rock and Triple H in a cage, but I'm glad it's going to be at Extreme Rules because I don't want to see them again at SummerSlam.
I just hopefully this is the last installment of the 3 matches. I mean, overall 3 matches. Who wants to see Triple H versus Lesnar number 4? I don't.
I sure in the hell don't. And these guys have actually wrestled before, like back in '02 when Lesnar first came in. Like I don't know, some people have the DVD, but I don't know. I believe some people have the DVD, but it's like the Global Warming Tour.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I don't think.
The main event was for the undisputed title. It was Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and The Rock in a triple threat.
Oh wow! Now that'd be a good one to see it in the States. That match never took place, did it? In the U.S. did it?
No, it was out of the States because of I think that's what Global Warming Tour, because it's a tour. So yeah, I think so.
Speaking of that, they don't do that anymore, do they?
No, they don't.
Damn, that sucks. Now I think that'd be a. Speaking of that match we just mentioned, don't you think back in the day it'd be a good match for pay-per-view wise for USA?
Yes, I actually do.
what do you guys think? Do you agree with Tony or disagree? We like to hear your opinions down below. Okay, another thing on agenda. Probably you guys wondering, Team Mare. Wow, I'm very surprised that you got your podcast working. Well, I don't have my podcast really working. I mean, I do, but I have my headset working. In the meantime, my family members trying to help me fix it, so I had to get my laptop working again. I don't know what happened. So same thing for my Skype. So you got anything to say about this, Tony?
Well, at least it's good to hear you.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, besides cell phone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. It had nothing to do with wrestling, but I just want to let you know. But once it's fixed, I'll be back. I know probably it's not good sound. I don't know. How do I sound, Tony? Do I sound okay? And you're.
It's a good quality. I mean, at least I can hear you. I mean, I can hear you, so that's really all that matters.
What about you, my viewers? Do you think I'm? Can you guys hear me okay on your end, my viewers? Hopefully, let me know. Okay, another thing on agenda is I want to discuss about. I recently picked up the Best in Your House one, and I'm loving it. This one, I watch it, but I'll tell you one thing, my viewers. I'll do a separate video, video, on a review on the Best in Your House. So, Tony, any thoughts on this?
Well, it's good that they released, a collection of the best in your houses, in your house matches and all that from back in the day. Believe it or not, I actually, what do you call it? I do have like taped some of the in your houses taped or whatever on VHS, and all that. So it's kind of cool that they brought them to DVD. The VHS isn't the best quality, nowadays, but it's kind of cool that they released a vintage collection of, certain matches that that you probably won't ever see again. You won't be able to see anywhere else.
True. Now, is that all the In Your House on 2 discs or 3 discs, or did they have more of them? I'm just wondering.
There's more of them. I don't know how many there in your houses there were, but I know there's more of them.
So technically, they're gonna bring more out, right, in the future?
Yeah, I'm thinking they might do like another. They might do this like they did with the WCW, DVD that they did. What they did, like they released it two of DVDs. Like I'm thinking they might do like a In Your House, collection of volume 2 or something like that.
Now, I prefer, instead of like a one set, make a one big box set, but we all know that'd be very expensive, right?
Yeah, you can just tell from history. History shows like the SummerSlam box set, the Survivor Series, the Rumble, WrestleManias.
Yeah, so I guess they should go back to that, but I guess these days, if you're, true wrestling fans, they will fuck her out in a heartbeat, but I don't know. I prefer a whole box set than 2 Blu-rays,
Yeah, I agree, because then, what do you call it? It's just, like, it's all together and organized and everything, and, you have it all at once. Like, you don't have to wait a certain period of time for them to release another one.
Yeah, speaking of this, I know this had nothing to do with our topics, but the Survivor Series box sets. Now, I really wish they finished that, but that's never going to happen, and that really pissed me off. What's your thoughts, Tony?
Well, I agree with you there, and the Survivor Series, to me, some of these box sets, they needed to be more like, really, whoever made them, they should have took more time on making, like, this, for instance, the SummerSlam and the Survivor Series, you know how skinny those things were, like in those little covers that they came in? They should have been like the WrestleMania, like, came in a big book or whatever. That would, because, first of all, your disc is getting scratched in those little cardboard sleeves.
Yep. Oh, yeah, yep.
And, it's just, you get something out of it. You get, like, nice, cool designs and, pictures and all that, but, it's whatever. WWE, I guess, is kind of going cheap, so.
Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people want their inserts, the DVDs or Blu-rays. Now, for me, I do not mind have the insert the back of the Blu-rays. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, exactly. I could care less. I mean, they show all the matches and the exclusives on the back of the DVD for Blu-ray, and then for DVD, they have like an insert that's like that's combined on the cover.
Yep.
It's like cover most of the time. So.
Oh yeah, but I wish the same the awesome pictures on DVD. I wish they did it on Blu-rays, but I guess Blu-rays don't have enough room, huh?
Yeah, I don't think so. But that's the thing I love. That's why I mainly get scene, I only buy Manias really nowadays. The Mania DVDs. That's why I get the DVD because I just love the artwork on the 3-disc DVD set. I just love the art. The artwork, they outdo themselves with the Mania one. Like that, I can't wait to see when the WWEDVDnews.com post the inside artwork of WrestleMania. I can't wait to check that out. But by the way, I just might want to add this in there. 2 weeks away, and Mania 29 comes out on DVD and Blu-ray on the 14th of May.
Damn, time goes so fast, huh, Tony?
I know, right? Yeah, I'm excited for that. And also, I'm just throwing this out there. I will be getting Mania 29 on that day it comes out because I do have a $43 Walmart gift card. I recently took back a Bluetooth headset because I can't deal with those. I've never liked those kind of things. So I got store credit, so they gave it to me like on one of their cards. So I will, in a way, I'll be getting that kind of for free.
Awesome. Now, speaking of WrestleMania 29, this will be the first time I'll see the whole entire Hall of Fame class, because I know recently they had on USA, and I mentioned before that it's so stupid because it's not the whole thing. They just chopped it up until it was over, you know?
Exactly, and they also are charging people. I think they did it for like a day or so. I think they said it was like only for a day, but they were charging people on demand if you have in demand or whatever for Hall of Fame as well.
Well, what I mentioned before, W just wanna make an easy buck. How they do it, you know?
Yep.
Okay, well, this is a special podcast about wrestling discussions. Hopefully, everyone enjoys this. And you got anything else to say before we end this special podcast, Tony?
Yes. Please do more food reviews in the future, alright? And also follow me on Twitter at the Rated R Viper1. Subscribe to my YouTube, the Rated R Viper1. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So thanks for having me on the show, Rai. I look forward to appearing again, maybe.
Anytime, homie. And speaking of the food review, I'll do one in the future. Maybe it will be something different. You will find out in the future. I still want to find them real chips. I can't find them in my area, and that really pissed me off. But whatever. But that's about it. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. So I'm out of here. The champ's out of here. Everyone have a good night and enjoy this special podcast of wrestling discussions. Later, everyone. What are you gonna say now, Tony?
Later, guys.
Peace. Ciao. And Boxing Fam 79, if you want to be on our podcast, let me know. Later.